Allow me to introduce myself. I am Ernst Stavro Blofeld.
The villain is one of the most historic components of the silver screen, providing us with an obstacle for the great hero to overcome, usually personified in early Hollywood by faceless, inhuman monsters. Looking at the evolution of the villain in the media, from the golden age of cinema to modern-day portrayals, we see a difference in physical traits, mannerisms, and motives. Motives, something that wasn't necessarily required in film of the past, but is very prevalent nowadays.
I don't really believe in motive, Sid. I mean, did Norman Bates have a motive?
No.
Did they ever really decide why Hannibal Lecter liked to eat people? Don't think so. You see, it's a lot scarier when there's no motive, Sid. Or how about this? Your slut mother was fucking my father. And she's the reason my mom moved out and abandoned me.
When I think of the difference between bad and evil, right away I think that bad, you're breaking the rules, right? Now, evil, I think, is just an extension of, well, I shouldn't say just, it's bigger than that.
Oh, well, I think bad is knowing you're doing something wrong, like maybe coloring on the walls with a crayon. I think evil is coloring on the walls with a crayon over and over to make your mom go crazy. Kind of childish, but the villains are, for me, are Rita Repulsa, Shredder. Destroy them! These evil people are trying to take over the world, and they send out their claymations and their foot soldiers, and they are close to taking over the world, but the Ninja Turtles and the Power Rangers always defeat them and always stop them from taking over the world.
The superhero story is arguably one of the most popular subgenres of the action film, where a hero of extraordinary ability, whether supernatural or not, usually a strong masculine male, must protect the people of Earth from soulless, sociopathic, evil geniuses or inhuman monsters from another world.
So it's funny, back in the day, all these villains that were like aliens or monsters, you know? Like Emperor Ming the Merciless. He was a villain from the 1930s Flash Gordon serials, you know? Flash Gordon's a superhero, and he has to fight an evil alien coming out named Emperor Ming on this planet, coming to Earth. A moving planet, moves on its own, right? Comes to Earth to kill everyone there, and the Emperor happens to be a guy named Ming with Chinese chops and gongs banging in the background, because we all know that that's not who we are. That's inhuman.
Arguably one of the most popular and successful stories in American pop culture is the Superman franchise, made popular by the 1950s TV series. In this clip, we see the Spider Lady, who is motivated by her need for crime and destruction.
You've had your last chance, you and your entire newspaper.
You still have to reckon with Superman.
I hope he tries to stop me this time.
He will.
He'll be destroyed just like the rest of you.
Known as a mutant bent on wiping out mankind to pave the way for mutant kind, Magneto is shown by director Bryan Singer in this 2000 film, and subsequent others, as a Holocaust survivor who lost his parents in the Nazi death camps, and who sees the growing prejudices and discrimination of his mutant kind as a resurrection of the Nazi regime in the 30s and 40s. Is Magneto truly evil, or simply motivated by humanity?
In a comic, you know how you can tell who the arch-villain's going to be? He's the exact opposite of the hero. And most times they're friends like you and me.
In a movie format, you know, what do we want our bad guys or evil guys to be, you know?
Making someone look like the bad guy is an art. The way the camera's set up, the way the lighting is, you can make a villain out of an angel.
Dracula. The very mention of the name brings to mind things so evil, so fantastic, so degrading. You wonder if it isn't all a dream, a nightmare.
Over the years, we've seen villains in cinema and television evolve from faceless, soulless, merciless monsters, aliens, and criminals to humans with souls and motivations that any everyday person could have. Villains aren't being characterized by their motivation to do evil because they like evil, but by their need to do what they think is good.
No?
It was only a matter of time before Batman fought a version of the Joker who was driven by pain instead of pleasure.
I'm gonna make this pencil disappear.
A Joker who was actually a human before becoming a monster.
The Joker from Batman, 1960s, right? Boom, pow, you know, we don't take that seriously anymore. And the villain, do we take it seriously? We have the Joker telling Batman, yes, laughing like I like what I'm doing and I'm going to defeat all that's good. And then you take a modern interpretation. You have the Joker telling Batman, or telling other people, you know how I got these scars, you know, like, you want to know why I'm so messed up? And he tells us because his family got screwed up, or he was raised differently, he was raised by a crappy parent. It's a little bit more realistic.
You remind me of my father. I hated my father.
In any case, the measure of a hero or story is defined by the effectiveness of the villain. If you do or don't take the villain seriously, you're probably not taking the movie seriously.
You knew the power of the dark side.
As the great Alfred Hitchcock said, the better the villain, the better the film.
So say good night to the bad guy. Come on. The last time you're gonna see a bad guy like this again, let me tell you.